Today's video is going to be around barcode picking. This can be found in your inventory tab here on the left and under barcode picking. This is going to be running your whole warehouse from this simple and automated function being barcode picking. But there's a couple things we need to look at first within our preferences. So if we go to utilities, preferences, and into inventory, we need to now turn on the barcode picking function, or we can just type at the top here barcode picking in inventory, and this will take us down to our barcode picking automations here. So we're going to allow to pick from other sales in the group, allow to ship and pick for back orders in the group, and print delivery dockets on completion. You can set this up in any which way you want. You can auto modify invoices, sales orders on completion, convert sales orders to invoices on completion, or print invoice sales orders on completion. It's up to you, but bear these utilities in mind. And as well as that, we need to look in our sales preference. Again, you can type at the top or go into sales here. That's going to be our barcode pick always on within the sales module, so we need to automate this by ticking that for it to always be active. So today's exercise is going to be again around that simple barcode picking function. So when a sales order or an invoice is done from your sales guys down in the warehouse, they can pick and pack and scan those items simply from this simple function here being barcode picking. Again, when scanning guys in and out with the barcode function is going to be designed around a basic template that can be designed. So if we look here, we have our barcode picking control codes. So start picking, you would simply scan this in, finish picking, start packing, add a new pack, and then finish packing with the scan as well as the command code here. As well as that, we need to scan our employee in, and where that is going to be found is in employee list. Going to the employee, and we go down to the photo ID over here. When we click print photo ID, that'll populate with this template that can be designed in any way. So this is where this employee will scan in and start working, and then use these functions to start the process or the job. Jump back out of there, and where to find those control codes, if we jump back out of there, is if we go into inventory, barcode picking, and print control codes. That'll populate with these control codes over here, so you can start your process, end your process, and so on. But what we're going to do first is we can now go and do an invoice and see how this function will be automated through into the workshop. So go hit sales invoice, drop in a customer, drop in some product, drop in a bin product. Now these products would need to be linked to a bin or a batch. So we'll say bin product, so 5 of those. And we're going to say batch product, and we'll say 5 of those as well. So once this has been done, the sales guys have processed the order or the invoice. Those products are located in a bin, and we go ahead and hit save. Now that process is pretty much done. What we need to do now is we need the guys in the warehouse to go ahead and pick and pack those products again by simply using that barcode scanner. So let's go ahead and do that from within barcode picking. We jump into inventory again, barcode picking. This will take us to our barcode picking screen where we can sign in our employees and start our job. So usually you would scan that in again from the photo ID or the employee photo ID. We're just going to type in the Barcode, and that'll populate the employee. So the status employee selected and the employee John Mackenzie is signed in. Again, this will be scanned instead of being typed in manually. What we're going to do now is we're going to start new. Again, if we go out of this and we go into a customer, we can set a priority for their products to be picked and packed. So if we just go into customer, if we look at ABC, so if we go within the customer card, if we go to the general tab, we can see their call priority, but as well as that, their picking priority. So again, however high they are on the list, 10 being high, 1 being not so high, if it is being automated, then they will be the ones to populate here within the list. So we're going to go ahead and say start new though, and it's going to open up those products that we just did that invoice for. Now this employee will want to pick those products, and while they're picking them, they are going to be processing them. So they would just scan again. There's those control codes to start picking, to stop picking. So we're going to go ahead and start this process. If I can spell. That'll then give you a time for when that process has been started. So we can also see when was it started and who was it started by. As they go along, they'll be picking a product and they will start packing. So we can start the picking process. Once we've picked those products, we can now start packing them. So now once those items have been picked, we can go ahead and stop that process once they've all been picked. Again, if I can spell, there we go. And we're going to start packing those products in now. Type in. Again, you would be scanning this. We can start packing them and entering in those barcodes. So what you would then do is you would again start your packing, enter in that serial number or scan in that serial number, enter in that quantity, and it will then show the quantity packed amount. So as you go along, you start scanning them, start putting them in. You can enter them into new packs that'll then populate in here, and you can get all your quantities and goods picked and packed. As well as that, if we take a look at our product express list and we go into our bin product, batches and bins, we can see what sort of product is allocated in what bins as well. So we know where or bins and batches, so we know where our product is coming from and where it is being picked, and again who it is being picked by. So once you've done all of those, you can go into your inventory again. You can go into your barcode picking list and again see what has been done where. So if we look at a previous example, if we go into barcode picking, we can see who it was done by, for what company, what product it was, and what was packed and when. So we can see how long it started. If the packing finished, you would have stopped that, and we can see who has done that. So again, a huge amount of information here. Again, double click and it'll take you back to what makes that up. So there you are. That's barcode picking, and again, a simple and easy way in running your whole workshop floor. Again, you just simply enter your command codes in when you want to start and stop, if you want to add a new pack to that, and again running your whole shop floor from one simple barcode scanner. So there you are. That's barcode picking. Thanks for watching.